Good afternoon. I'm Steve Pace. I'm chairman of the Phenix City Housing Authority, which is a volunteer position of leadership of a volunteer board that is appointed by the City of Phenix City and Mayor Lowe just to help support and guide and give support to the work of affordable housing here in Phenix City. It is also our distinguished privilege to be responsible for supporting and sometimes acquiring and then uplifting the executive director of the Housing Authority. And we are here today to present a new leader to our community, and we look forward to that. Let me first of all say thank you to each of you for your attendance, community leaders, media. Thank our staff for the work they have done to help provide this particular event, and to recognize, I hope, that the Housing Authority is a significant component and proponent of the best of Phenix City, particularly in this case as we look through downtown, realizing that we're engaged all across Phenix City in trying to uplift those in need of our support. I certainly want to recognize and appreciate our board for their work in helping to guide the authority and their service as the selection committee for the executive director. I want to also recognize my co-chair in the work of the selection process for executive director, Reverend Williams, who is here and will lead us at the end of the event in our benediction. The process was fun, it was easy, it was a blessing in many ways to recognize that as soon as we opened the door and made known the fact that we were searching, there were outstanding candidates from all across the country that were interested in Phenix City because of the good work that has already been laid here over years and through previous executive directors that have laid the foundation for the progress of the Housing Authority. And Mayor Lowe, we identified that positively Phenix City is getting out across the nation, and we're grateful for that good work. I also want to recognize former Commission Chairman Peggy Martin with us today and acknowledge her retirement from community service. And Peggy, we thank you for your service. I also want to recognize and appreciate the work of the East Alabama Chamber of Commerce in collaboration with the work of the authority and their director, Dennis Beeson, who's here today. We're most grateful for the hospitality of Troy University, of this Riverfront Chattahoochee Valley campus, the former leadership of Dr. White and the new leadership of Dr. Rosser Mims, who formerly Dean of Education has now come to be the Vice Chancellor and housed here in this building. We're so grateful for the warm reception that she has given us here neighbors across the street, and Dr. Whitehead at the Phenix City Housing Authority. And with that in mind, I want to recognize Dr. Rosser Mims and ask her to come give us greetings. Please, Dr.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Again, it's an honor and a privilege to welcome each of you, distinguished guests, to the Troy University Phenix City campus. I had the pleasure of meeting the newly minted, if you will, Executive Director, Dr. Jason Whitehead, and we had a long conversation. What I learned from him is that he is a strong advocate for developing people, which is instrumental to moving communities forward. That's in a direct alignment with my interest and my vision here for Troy University. So Dr. Whitehead, I certainly look forward to working with you and your staff and your team as we work together with the community to advance Phenix City.
Yes.
Thank you. Thank you for being here.
It is now my distinct honor to welcome the Mayor of Phenix City, Eddie Lowe, and thank him for all his continued support of the work of the Phenix City Housing Authority. Mayor Lowe, come speak to us, please.
I'm looking at my clock because it's still the afternoon. Some of us after 5 o'clock, some declare it evening, and some declare it afternoon. So we don't have to worry about that. It's still afternoon. It's just not even 5 o'clock. But as Steve stated, I just want to say a very few words to say thank you all so much for inviting me here and the rest of the city council. However, I know Vicki Johnson was here, but she has another meeting at 5. She got to attend with Griff Gordy, Steve Bailey, and Arthur Day could not be here, as well as our city manager. But we would certainly like to say thank you all for inviting us for something that is really momentous for Phenix City. And I've met the new executive director, and we thank you for coming to Positively Phenix City. And as you have seen, we believe in rolling out the red carpet, although that, I'm colorblind, that's red. That carpet is red. So we roll that out to you. And by you being here, and what really fits this city is Positively Phenix City. And with you being here and coming here, it's going to continue to help us to stay on that track of being Positively Phenix City. It's a very good community. It's a challenging community for the reason of pushing each other to bring out the best of everyone. But I do want to say that when they get challenging and we have to shake our heads sometime, the main thing that we do here, we keep the faith and we stay faithful in the process that we're doing. And I know that you're going to do that, and I am so grateful that you have decided to come here, because truly you're helping and continue to make our trek stay positive in Phenix City. Thank you so much. Thank all of you for being here and welcoming him. That carpet is red as far as I'm concerned, so we wanted to roll it out for you, and we thank you so very, very much.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mayor Lowe. And I do recognize that, that other representatives of the city are here, and thank you for that, department heads and agencies. Thank you for your fellowship. Also would like to acknowledge that from the Columbus Housing Authority, our current and ongoing Executive Director Lisa Walters is here, and former Executive Director Lynn Williams is here. We appreciate their collaboration that we share in doing this work across the river for the greater good of our community. Recently installed, I consider Dr. Whitehead an open window for our community, an opportunity, if you will, for a path of progress forward in development, redevelopment, new initiative, but certainly continuing on the work that has been done and making it even bigger and better. We reflect on Hidden Hills from 2018, Whitewater Village 2019, 2020, the installation of renovation of LP Stout, the further engagement of the Choice Neighborhoods Initiative in Fred Douglass, for the finalization of that long-term project of the Liberty Hill land lease agreement with the city, for which we are very grateful. And it's most fitting that as tomorrow is Veterans Day, that from the Housing Authority perspective, we look forward to prioritizing that as an opportunity for veterans to share and have priority in housing vouchers in a new community in Liberty Hill as we move forward. To renew the collaboration with local government, especially our city, for agencies and businesses, to renew our relationships with small business across the community in recognition of the vital work of our Chamber of Commerce. We want to continue our progress, and we pause with gratitude that the work that has been done has put Phenix City on the national stage and drawn positive attention to our community, and we look forward to that continuing under the able leadership of Dr. Whitehead. I want to reference just briefly his sketch and bring to your attention some qualifications. He became executive director here on September the 18th. We had some delays which we have worked through, and glad to now present him to you. He was the Chief Executive Officer for the Youngstown Metropolitan Housing Authority, responsible for housing across the county, 1,200 units Housing Choice Vouchers 2,000, responsible for 7,000 residents, and a $20 million budget. He certainly comes well versed in the work of public housing. He's the founder of Excel to Excellence, an organization dedicated to empowering individuals to fulfill their dream. I think you'll find Dr. Whitehead inspirational and motivational as you get acquainted with him. Prior to working with public housing, he served as Chief of Staff for the city of Youngstown, Ohio, Mayor Williams. In addition to serving as Chief of Staff, he was Interim Director of Parks and Recreation and Comptroller for Economic and Community Development. What a breadth of experience. And he pursues opportunities to effectuate positive change in economic and community development in many different ways, and even in the central business district of Youngstown. Dr. Whitehead has nearly 36 years of experience in ministry. He travels the country facilitating seminars on leadership, management, and personal empowerment, and has served as an adjunct professor at Eastern Gateway Community College. His bachelor's degree in professional studies, a master's degree in leadership and business ethics. He holds a master's degree in public administration from Strayer University and a doctorate in ministry from the George Fox University. He and Brother Williams and I share a collegial spirit of ministry in serving our community and the greater public good, for which we are grateful. Dr. Whitehead is married for nearly 30 years to Brenda Robinson Whitehead. They have 2 adult children, and they now live in Phenix City. How grateful we are for that. Positivity. Now, welcome Brother Noble here. Noble, would you just come stand with me as we welcome and greet Dr. Whitehead. Dr. Whitehead, would you please come?
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, everyone. I just want to express my gratitude to all of you for being here, especially during such challenging times as the pandemic. Appreciation to the Phenix City Board of Commissioners, the mayor and city officials, as well as Dr. Rosa Mims. What she didn't tell you was after the meeting, she gave me homework. She gave me textbooks, and I'm very grateful for that because it is important that we all continue to learn, continue to keep abreast so that we can help one another. And I especially want to express my gratitude to the Phenix City Housing Authority staff, friends, and stakeholders. I've come for community. Nothing fancy, nothing deep, but for community. My responsibility is, of course, to develop, but not only develop bricks and mortar, it's to develop people. And I take that very seriously, very passionate about it, and I'm not a Superman. I'm not any smarter than the next person, but what I do believe in doing is networking. And I believe that the old acronym for team, that together everyone accomplishes more, is very appropriate in public housing. I have a responsibility to provide safe, sanitary, and housing, but if we don't develop people, they will always remain in public housing, and that was never the design of the program. The program was designed so that it would be a temporary a stopgap measure, and unfortunately over the years it's turned into permanent housing in some things. I have come to Phenix City to work with you, not in opposition, not in a superior fashion, but to work with you. The mayor and the community stakeholders, you have been laboring, some a long time, some a short time, and I've come to just contribute however I can to the vision and to the strategy and to the efforts of this community. And lastly, I've come on assignment with a vision, of course, for safe and affordable and modern housing, a vision to improve the quality of life of all of our residents, and lastly, a vision for the education and training of all able-bodied residents. I truly appreciate you taking time to come out this evening. We meaning the staff, we are excited about the plans and the strategies that have already been laid, and we're looking forward to implementing those strategies, and I look forward to working with each of you. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Whitehead. Thank you again, friends and neighbors, Mr. Mayor, and all of our friends who've been with us today, especially our gracious host, Troy University. We hope you will take a moment at your leisure to get acquainted with Dr. Whitehead today and any time going forward. As I look around the room, you are all people that I hope he will have the pleasure of knowing and getting to serve with. Let us continue to be partners and more effective partners in serving the mission and serving our community. Now to give us a benediction going forward in the march in pursuit of this vision, I'm the co-chair of our search committee and fellow board member, fellow minister in the community, Reverend Noble Williams. Brother Noble, please come.
Thank you, Brother Pace. I want to say welcome and congratulations, and thank you for choosing Phenix City. Jason really stood above, head and shoulders above all the other applicants. And I think what stood out with us was that he truly wanted to come to Phenix City. He truly wanted to be here. And I want to say I was on the search committee, and I didn't tell you this, Steve, but I did some further vetting.
He has some connections.
I came to Rose Hill Seafood and see if he could handle catfish. Let me tell you, he can skin a catfish. So we're looking for great things from Dr. Whitehead, and I think it's going to be a great asset to this community and to the housing authority here in our city. And as Aaron said to the sons of Israel, the Lord bless you and keep you. The Lord make his face to shine upon you and be gracious unto you. The Lord lift up his countenance upon you and give you his peace. Amen.
Thank you.